I never used to think about the barbed wire. That was the way of life. That's what I'm growing up with. This is our home. This is where we live. As a young child, you just didn't know. You accepted everything around you. But now as an adult, you look back on it and you see the injustice.
More than 100,000 Japanese Americans, immigrants and their American-born children, were incarcerated in U.S. concentration camps during World War II. Following Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor, they were forced to leave their homes with only what they could wear and carry in a suitcase. They lived in barracks in desolate places, fenced in by barbed wire, watched by armed guards. Because men often were sent to camps separate from their wives and children, families were broken. American Baptist Home Mission Society's home missionaries ministered in the midst of this injustice.
They came alongside the Japanese at a time when they had no voice, and they were the voice for the community.
Missionaries at Seattle's Japanese Baptist Church followed their congregation to internment camp at Camp Minidoka, Idaho, where the Reverend Amory Andrews, Miss Mary McCullough, and Miss Frances Rumsey led worship, taught Sunday school, and stood with their former congregants who would also become their friends.
Reverend Andrews came to Twin Falls, that was close to Minidoka, and he lived in Twin Falls. And he tried to visit all of the Bainbridge people when he was in Twin Falls. But people there didn't like him because they found out that he was helping the Japanese people. So they were very mean to him.
This man would come in and stand on the sidewalk in front of our house, and he would shout epithets at us, turncoat or traitor or Jap lover. And finally he bought the house that we rented, and he forced us to move.
I still feel that Reverend Andrews, he sacrificed his life for us. That's why Reverend Andrews was Jesus for me.
Well, it meant a lot to us. Showed how much they cared for us and loved us.
Families and members of Japanese Baptist Church learned about God's love through the American Baptist Home missionaries who ministered to them at Minidoka. The missionaries, on the other hand, learned that the world they knew in the church's Seattle neighborhood was not the world they saw turned upside down by war.
We had the Japanese, we had the Chinese, we had the Jews, we had the African Americans. And so when I grew up, I thought, this is what the world is, how the world is. This is how we function. We are neighbors, we get along together. But then we had this injustice, gross injustice of incarcerating legal aliens as well as American citizens. And so that kind of opened my eyes to be more cognizant of injustice and to speak out.
Today, the legacy of American Baptist Home Ministry's internment camp ministry inspires American Baptist Home Mission Societies to continue seeking justice for children in poverty, for prisoners re-entering society, for the disabled, and many more. With your generous support of the America for Christ offering, we will continue seeking justice for all in the days and decades to come. Please give generously.